Hello, hello, hello. We apologize for the late start. We had some uh life came out as fast this morning. Uh we will be because of life coming out as fast, we'll be missing our Majin today. He's got to take care of some stuff. We almost lost our Charles. It was almost Gregor and Royal Adventure today. And that would have been hostile, I feel like. But with that, let's jump into the big announcement that we have. We are beginning next week Onyx PathCon. The Friday begins with opening ceremony starting at 5 p.m. over on Onyx Path. Right here, we're here on Onyx Path. There's a bunch of stuff. It's a whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, of Onyx Path doing actual plays, interviews, talking about the story path system all across a bunch of channels. We got Dork Tales, we've got Occultist Anonymous, we've got Onyx Path, of course. We got Plastic Age Plays. We got the Nomads, the Rolling Nomads. It's just going to be across a bunch of different platforms. It's taken over Twitch. It's going to be awesome. I've signed up for far too many things, and now I'm stressed. As I do every time. Every time someone asks me for help, I have to learn to say no. But I won't be doing that this time. So you can catch me doing a bunch of nonsense. Mainly Scion stuff. Because addiction. But yeah, you can check the schedule over on Twitch, or rather Twitter, under Onyx Paths, at Onyx Path. I don't have the full. I mean, I could read the full schedule off to you, but again, it's across multiple platforms, and we'd be sitting here for half an hour. And frankly, we've killed 15 minutes, and let's not do that. So, with that out of the way, we hope you join us next weekend for Onyx Path Con, where Scion Godsend will be streaming over on. Let me check my personal schedule. I believe it's Occultist. No? I'll figure it out. I have lost it. Fantastic. We'll get to that at the end of the stream. I'll let you know where we'll be next weekend. But with that out of the way, let's meet our Scions, shall we?
Hi, I'm Charles. Life came at me fast today. I reran the electricity and did the electrician's job, and now I'm here to do other people's jobs.
Hi, I'm Gregor. I'm once again in a different location, as staying stationary is not apparently in my purview. Ready to deal with Phil.
Hi, I'm Alex playing the Naga Royal Grey, and I am simply here to watch the fireworks and or create some of my own.
Well said, everyone all around. Keep it up. Gregor, we're going to give you the liminal purview, but I guess it's suited for a nomad. But with that being said, let's jump into today's episode of Scion Godsend. Gregor! Last week you had a reprieve. Today you do not. A recap, as I find the schedule for next weekend so I may announce it at the end of this here stream.
Very well. So, when last we left off, I had spent some time doing an investigation on this mysterious benefactor who clearly was a trap, and found quite a bit of information about this benefactor. However, I did come to find out that it was planted information and thus tenuous at best. Stuff people want you to know is usually the stuff that you don't need to know. As such, I decided to simply find my colleagues, my companions, and see if I could touch base with them, make sure they didn't get themselves in too much debt with this mysterious benefactor. To find out that they had quite a few crazy escapades, which ultimately led them to being in the presence of this mysterious benefactor. As I asked to go see them, I was brought to a portal, which was supposed to lead to this mysterious benefactor, and I would say with an appropriate amount of caution, I chose not to enter the portal, given the nature of portals in the past several months. Portals haven't been our friends. As it stands, however, the person who led me to the portal, the right hand of our mysterious benefactor, went inside to go fetch my friends. I prepared myself for a potential assault. Nothing too crazy, just enough. And then my friends and the mysterious benefactor, after some deliberation of their own, exited the strange portal. This left us to converse with the benefactor in an open environment and talk about our desires to work with or not trust this individual in the slightest. I was firmly in the not trust camp. The other two seemed to be more prone to trust. When our benefactor came, having changed from one version of being naked to another version of being naked, we proceeded to he proceeded to open another portal as he had some ally of his that we could talk to. It happened to be in an underwater place, at which point I was hesitant to walk into this portal, into this underwater environment, only to be shoved in by my comrades. Then we went and talked to the mysterious benefactor, who ended up being I think he would be classified as 8th cousin 4 times removed, if I'm getting the chart correct, on where a child of his particular patron would be classified. Then that ended up being a non-starter for me, as I was hesitant to talk to him, given that I figured what he was based off how he was acting, and didn't want to reveal my name lest something happen. Names can be powerful. He dismissed me and proceeded to talk with the others to learn about the King in Yellow from them, at which point I ran into our mysterious benefactor, who attempted to consort with me, and I couldn't be more hesitant to interact with this man, given that he clearly has tried to place us in debt. At the end of the day, however, we returned to the compatriot of the mysterious benefactor, and ended up interrupting his nihilistic speech. We left, and lo and behold, as if ordained by fate or some grand play, Phil had taken over our mysterious benefactor's venue and was puppeteering the populace, as he is one to do. We proceeded to go down our own ways, with Majin taking a ride with our mysterious benefactor. Well, Charles, you did what Charles does best: jump out a window and get mantra'd on, because he always somehow makes it out of the window whenever Majin tries to stop him with the mantra. And I took the elevator because I didn't see a point in going to extreme lengths.
Well done. Our heroes now joined. Royal has already clashed in a way with Phil, performing a feat of scale, overtaking his followers. A good portion, I would say probably about 3/4 are returned to you, Royal. At your command, having been commanded to run, they are fleeing. The others, however, have been commanded to do as they do and get the old ways out of the system and be merciless. That is where we join our Scions now. We have a group of mortals rushing you, gentlemen. Phil on stage, he's dropped the mic and is kind of taken a step back, watching for a moment. What would you all like to do?
Well, Mortals rushing. There's these mortals are clearly attacking and under Phil's influence, yeah.
Without a doubt, they are,
Okay. Cool.
for lack of a less, for lack of a better term, ravenous.
I'm hesitant to use lethal force, but I only have lethal force.
I'd like to use sidestepping, just pop up at Phil.
That is an option. Royal, anything on your end? Anything you'd like to accomplish?
Well, so here's my problem. According to the rules of conduct, as far as these attendees are concerned, if they were under my thrall and they no longer are, then they are essentially traitors. This is a betrayal. They have been dissuaded. They have been otherwise overtaken by other powers, and thus are of no longer use to me.
One could argue truly missing the point of your message.
Yes, so I will do what I generally do in circumstances like this, and I will pull a thin cigar from my pocket. I will put it to my mouth. I will pull out my lighter, and I will light it. After which I will imbue a couple of inheritance to do some things. I actually just had, hold on just a second, I had the page it was on, and then I had to look around for how I felt about betrayal. So now that all that's out the way, so the first imbue will be for fire mastery, which will allow me to stoke a flame. So I will increase the size of the fire from the lighter to that of a bonfire. Yeah. Oh wait, no, it'll always be a campfire. So it will floof. It will basically bloom after igniting my cigar, and I will imbue a second inheritance to shape it so as to use it to attack one target and everyone within close range of that target. How big is that crowd?
The crowd currently is about 20 human beings.
So whoever's in the center of that crowd is
Getting
going to eat the ball, as it
understood.
were.
I'll say you're able to hit all 20 because, the way conventions are normally set up, they have the walkway down the center. They're rushing, taking the path of least resistance. Some of them are clambering over the chairs and such, but primarily heading toward that main path. So you could hit all of them.
Actually, I will imbue my other inheritance to increase to the size of a bonfire, just so that it gains the shockwave tag.
Ooh.
And I'll throw it. Actually, I don't whip it as much as I kind of lob it, like off the lighter.
Understood.
As I put it back in. Yeah.
Excellent. These are trivial targets.
Mhm.
I don't think I'm going to require anything else. I think that at the very least, if they are not burned and killed outright, they will certainly be.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that. Because ashes to ashes incinerates any trivial target that's hit with the fire.
In a
So
flash, then.
it reduces them to ash. Yeah. Well, I still have to throw it, so I do have to hit them.
Gotcha. Go ahead and give me that roll, and we'll. I have complete faith. This is a nightmare.
I mean,
Yeah, 6 successes.
Yeah. Oh, we're golden. So Gregor, in your moment of hesitation to, you see the people rushing towards you. You still have that, bit of humanity, that spark in you, that others seem to have doubt, being a scion of the mythos. Hold your weapon raised low at the ready position, and in a moment you see Royal pull out his cigar, flick the lighter. Charles has appeared on the stage in front of Phil. there is a simple flick of his finger as a burst of flame spews out into the center, instantly incinerating these people. Nothing but ash remains. There are still people rushing out of the convention hall. There are still people running in fear, as Royal had commanded them to flee. Charles, we join you for a moment. You've appeared in front of Phil. He's a bit surprised, clearly on his face.
What are you doing? Why are you doing this? I don't want to fight you. I don't want to hurt you.
You don't have to.
Oh, cool. All right, cool. So we're good? We're just talking now?
I'm afraid not quite. He is going to imbue an awareness, Charles. Allow me to detail what I need from you. I need a roll of your resolve plus your legend, please.
Plus my what?
Plus your legend.
Plus my legend. Will awareness add on to that, or just legend?
Just legend.
Okie dokie. I got 3 successes.
Understood.
Oh, and just for clarity, storyteller, the fearless presence, my followers of lesser tier shouldn't be panicked or scared. They should be fearless, but they are leaving nonetheless because
Gotcha.
they were told to.
Understood. A bit of a flavor clarification. They are following the command with zeal almost as they depart from this space. 3 successes from you, Charles. You what do you want most right now, Charles?
I guess right now to stop this without anyone I care about getting hurt.
Understood. Would you say you care about Phil?
I would.
You see his eyes begin to water. He kind of looks down and says, I don't know how to get away.
Just come with us.
It's not that easy.
Well, what do I need to do to save you?
Tears begin to flow. He starts to mumble, kind of trying to convey that he doesn't understand, he doesn't know. He doesn't know if he's redeemable or if it's possible to escape his master.
Put a hand on his shoulder. Tell him we'll figure it out together.
You touch him and he almost recoils. Your hand makes contact with his shoulder and he seems to relax. He hugs you, Charles, sobbing into your shoulder. It's a sweet scene. Gregor and Royal, you do not see this. Charles has stopped, spoken in his hands still, his hands slack at his sides, staring at Phil. Phil looks down at the pile of ash and just shakes his head and turns to walk away. What would you two of you like to do?
Well, figure I should probably even out Phil's face. Like to shoot for the other side of his head.
Hmm.
Because if I recall correctly, I'm the one who did the other half.
Indeed.
Try to even him out.
Kindly give me your firearms roll. Royal, anything from you?
As the last of the attendees are leaving, I will kind of point to the remainder, take a puff of my cigar, and I will say, as you leave, please be sure to lock and bar the exits.
One of them kind of nods. Majin is helping these people get out. His eyes kind of trained on Phil's weapon. You can see his hand shaking. He's kind of fighting this urge to fight rather than save and move everyone, get everyone to safety. But he seems to have chosen to protect these mortals rather than to fight on. Anything else from you, Royal? Just a simple command of speech is not an entire turn, I would say.
Sure. I would say then I'm going to watch what Gregor does, and since I have a pretty good idea of the layout of this place, I'll be mindful of where I think Phil is going in case I need to head him off, because it seems that there are matters that need to be handled, and he's chosen this theater to enact this part of his play. So I would hate for it to end before it reaches its climax, as it were.
Understood. Interesting. 4 successes from you, Gregor. 5 successes from Phil. His back is turned to you. It's not like he has eyes behind his head. At least you don't think he does. But your shot just misses the side, perhaps grazing the hoodie itself, the upturned hood. Kind of turns his head and really?
Yeah.
Goodbye, Gregor. Takes another step down the stairs, or rather toward the curtain, I should say, that leads out onto the stage.
Guess I'm chasing after Phil.
Royal, you see Gregor rush up to the stage. Charles, that scene is still playing for you. You hug Phil close. What are you saying to him?
Let's go to the strip club, buddy.
I really, really don't think that's necessary right now. I don't think that's... Charles, not everything can be fixed by scantily clad men or women. This is God business.
I mean, not with that attitude.
Okay. This is your first sign that it's a little bit off, Charles. But you walk kind of arm in arm with Phil down. Gregor seems receptive, Royal, being a new ally, not really understanding the scope of what Phil has done. At least in your perspective, you walk down with Phil. Royal steps to the side, allows you 4 to leave. You, Majin, Phil, and Gregor depart from this place to a simpler space. One of the many gentlemen's clubs in Las Vegas, Nevada. You enjoy your evening with your brothers at your side. Gregor rushing up to meet Phil. Royal.
Yeah, I'll take an action. You said Phil. So is Phil leaving or is Phil approaching Gregor?
Phil is approaching the curtain where the stage is.
So he's going the other way then.
It
He's
looks like he
away
may
from
be
us?
departing. Not exactly. He's quick walking. He's not. After being shot, he's not exactly like just calmly walking away. He doesn't give you that kind of cool villain vibe. He's like, okay, I should probably fucking get out of here.
Yeah, before he shoots me again.
So I will sigh, and since I'm not going to try to get him to turn around, I will step forward, and basically I'm going to step toward him, out in front of him, like nose to nose.
Excellent. Using
Go ahead.
strange
Using
Naga magic.
using jump, yes.
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
So I will imbue it inheritance to jump, so that I am emerging from the ether in front of him. Still holding. Go ahead.
Oh no, by all means, by all means. I'm sorry, I get overly excited.
Sure. While still holding my cigar, I will say, there's still the matter of your intrusion we have to discuss, and I will snap the cigar, and I would like to use paralyzing gaze on him.
Kindly detail paralyzing gaze.
Sure. Paralyzing gaze. Losing pages. 205. Still working off this this manuscript. So give me a second.
No worries.
Paralyzing gaze. You must make eye contact with another character. You may functionally incapacitate that character. The effects may vary. It paralyze them with fright, force them to cower, leave them writhing in terror. In other case, they're unable to break away from your gaze. You can't take mixed actions. Blah blah blah. If target is blind, the spell doesn't work. Characters of the same tier or higher than you gain a clash of wills to resist your gaze. So I believe that Phil and I are clashing.
You are. He says same tier or higher than you.
If he is same tier or higher,
yes,
then he needs a clash of wills.
There will be a clash.
And I blow a nice plume of smoke in his face when I use it.
I love that. So I shall make Phil's roll. Kindly give me yours whenever you're ready. Gregor, you see as you kind of run up the laneway, stepping in ash, Royal appear in front of Phil, blocking his path as Phil kind of reaches for the curtain. Instead, he has reached and sort of touched Royal's shoulders. He withdraws his hands back. You hear Royal's voice as a plume of smoke just... The outcome remains to be seen.
So I'm just making sure that I'm using this right. So I would like to spend a momentum to utilize encourage behavior, to encourage him to stay as well. And this will give me add dice to any rolls pertaining to your chosen area of influence. Add 2 instead of 1. Okay, so I'm going to consider this. This is well within my ruler calling, I'm guessing. Right?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to attempt to flex on Phil and get him to calm his ass down a bit. Now this game, 10s are 2. Is that how it works?
Yeah, 10s you re-roll. And yeah.
All right. I never remember.
No, I get it.
Which system we're in. So 5. Oh wait, no. Yeah, 5 because I don't have any enhancement. So 5.
2. So,
okay.
He is compelled to stay. He kind of freezes and looks at you. It's
a calm stay. It's not like a fear or a dread gaze. I am merely locking him in place.
He, roll up close and personal. You see a light-skinned sort of individual wearing that yellow hoodie. He's got vertigo on his right side. He's clearly upset. Feel free, if you would like, to roll either empathy or integrity, whatever you would like with a.
I would like to use my empathy. Now I know specializations only work if they complement something else, right? So I can't like use my specialization to, because my specialization in empathy is cold read, but that only works like how specializations work if they like I have to use them complementary somehow. Like if you use them for a different skill.
Yes, correct. You could use integrity and take the skill if you would like, or the specialty if you'd like.
Okay, I will use. I think I'm better off just using empathy, so it doesn't really matter. So I will use. I believe in deducing him. I'm being cunning in this instance.
I could see that.
Because I don't know what this fellow's up to. Two.
2, he's difficult to read. He gives you a lot of vibes like Arturo is now. You're never really sure if Arturo's going to be okay to talk to. He's especially when you first pick him up and take him into the divine realm. He commonly deprives himself of sleep because that is when he receives the dreams. Phil is also similar in the sense he feels like a loose cannon, but you do detect that things aren't going right.
I feel like he might be tormented. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Is that he's a bit of a tortured soul.
Precisely. He's it's complex. See everything you've seen so far is he's confident in what he's doing, and at this moment he's up close and personal. It's almost like a relief that he's being stopped.
And I will continue to hold my gaze with him. And if I see Gregor running up to take another shot, I can't break eye contact, but I am going to kind of put up a hand. And I will say again to Phil, these people have some serious problems with things you've been doing, and I think that you should provide them with answers. Otherwise, they will blow your head off again.
Gregor, you rush up, taking the stairs along the stage or leaping up to the...
Depends how big the stage is. Is it one of those where I kind of have to, or is it one where I could?
It's about torso. You'd have to... It'd be an awkward climb. I mean, but you're a
Scion.
You could reasonably jump up if you felt the need to be, superhero landing.
I'll probably take the most direct path.
Excellent. Kind of take your hand and kind of leap up, finding yourself a little bit more, you've always been the weakest of the three, to be blatantly honest. Your strength surprises you in this moment. You're still not quite used to being godlike.
Yeah.
But you hear Royal Grey kind of... He's not looking at you. Definitely has seen you through his peripheral vision. Yeah.
Cool. Blow Phil's head off.
Give me a firearms roll. This is... I'm not gonna allow Phil to roll.
Cool. Four successes.
4 successes. You see, Royal, it's difficult to maintain eye contact with someone after the left portion of their skull has just been exploded away. There's a blood splatter. You can maintain contact with the right eye, of course, but it's... Phil drops.
Is he still alive? Is he still alive?
He's still twitching.
I'm making sure he's dead.
I have questions. So before he pulls that trigger again, well, one, what's going on with Charles?
The bullet hits the skull, is effectively destroyed. Charles, in the midst of your dream, you've drifted from a gentleman's club, drinking at a bar, now kind of on the strip, enjoying your time, and then it begins to fade away. You look at Phil, a smile for the first time since you've been with him in Florida. Smile fades. The left side of his face begins to fall away. As the world around you shakes and changes. You're back in the event hall. You can see Ash, Royal, Gregor, and a severely, severely wounded Phil.
He fucking Florida manned me.
Yeah, if Gregor is going for the coup de grace, I have some short-term aspirations that will require me to interrogate this fellow, which I can't do if he's missing his entire head. So I will.
We'll get him back. We'll get him back after he's dead.
I would like to imbue an inheritance for imprison. I'm not going to imprison Gregor. I'm going to imprison Phil.
Excellent. Kindly detail in prison.
Sure. It says you can transport a single target into your pocket layer. This target can either be an inanimate object or living being. You can automatically transport trivial targets and objects of your size, scale +1. Or you can only transport characters of your tier or higher if they lose a clash of wills. Can he clash right now?
He's in no position to clash right now.
All right. Then yes, I will spirit him away into a prison of his own design.
Understood. You do this. He takes some narrative control. What does he fade? Does he just...
So he would basically... So the way that it works is anytime a pocket dimension is created, there is kind of a blip in space-time because he actually has to travel into another space. So it's probably like a twisting of like a black hole almost, and he kind of gets spun into it.
Excellent.
And then there's kind of a pop.
Gentlemen, this is what you see. Phil gone.
And I will
Send him.
pitch the cigar.
Guns at you.
Wasn't quite how I saw that going.
Where did you send him? Why'd you save him?
I didn't save him. I
Good,
forestalled
thanks.
his inevitable demise. He is incapacitated and unable
be
to
killed.
act.
Needs to be killed.
I don't necessarily disagree with you, but he has answers that I have questions to regarding this.
We'll find that out after we kill him.
I'm going to need some clarification on that.
Yeah, what does that mean?
What do you mean? I'm gonna kill him, then I'm gonna ask him questions.
How are we going to ask him questions if he's dead?
We'll bring him back, and then we'll kill him again if he starts to react, and we'll keep doing this until he gets complicit.
I feel that this contingency
What
plan
makes you
is
think
overly
we can
complicated.
bring him back? His patron, his daddy or whatever, won't just spirit him away to where we can't bring him back.
Because the simple fact of the matter is okay. So if he does claim his soul, his patron doesn't have an afterlife that I'm cognizant of, and unless you know that he does, his patron won't be spiriting him away. His brother is also dead, and his patron doesn't have control over his brother. Otherwise, his brother would have incarnated. Therefore, his patron has no control over the bodies and souls of the deceased. I'm going to kill him, then I'm going to bring him back, then I'm going to kill him again and bring him back until we get the answers we want.
Or, providing a bit of an alternative option, you can go talk to him now, where he is cut off from his patron entirely.
Missing half his head, he's not going to be cognizant. It'd be easier just to kill him and bring him back.
Well, we can fix that.
I don't want to fix that. I want to kill him.
Well, and I'm not saying that you won't be able to, but again, I don't think we've been able to deduce the machinations of this King in Yellow, this Haster.
Don't. Why did you say his name?
Is that his name?
Don't you know? You don't. This is like.
Sure.
This is like Borderman, Charles.
Name. Oh my God! I thought it was going to be something cool. What? That is so.
Charles, I would like to draw your attention. You lately have seen Gregor take a dark dip. You wish to save Phil. You've stated so on many occasions. Majin is kind of on the fence. Gregor has kept, from the beginning, kind of kept that to himself, his opinions to himself. Revelation that he wants to kill Phil. This is dark, I would say. In addition to that, he was so enraged in Arizona that he was willing to kill those two men. He was not ready to stop until you kind of appeared in front of him and calmed him down. On top of this, he knows something of necromancy now. You can gather that, he has that book that he's been reading every chance he gets. Gregor's dark.
Look, it seemed to me that Charles wanted an opportunity to parlay. And it seemed that Phil used the opportunity to incapacitate Charles. I see that as a bit of foul play. Now, given that your objectives don't necessarily seem to be necessarily aligned, I think that maybe this is an opportunity for you to work out your goals. Phil's not going anywhere, and if you want, I can bring him back and you can shoot as many times as you want. I'm simply providing you with a window of calm, time to deliberate, while your enemy is incapacitated. Charles is muted. Unless he's not talking to us.
I think he was.
Was
Okay.
he talking to us?
No, I don't think he
Don't know.
was.
He's walking around the house. That usually means he's talking to one of his kids.
Now, again, it is not my desire to impede your progress. I'm simply hitting the pause button for you. The inevitable is the inevitable.
Okay. Okay. I get you, but he's too dangerous to be left alive.
Well, luckily, he is suspended for now.
I don't think
So
so.
he's
He's
neither-
no more dangerous than we are.
I'm going to go check on Majin while you two talk.
Majin, as you depart
Simple
from this space, Royal, is ushering the crowd away. He's speaking in as much of a calm tone as he can. It's a lot like you, actually, where it's a firm voice, but you can definitely tell that there's power behind it. He's holstered his weapon and is kind of just keeping an eye out, looking for any other threat that Phil may have unleashed. Getting everyone to safety. People are outside the convention hall, not necessarily like paparazzi or anything like that, but there are a few people on the street that go, "Oh shit, that's Majin, that's the dude who raced Hermes," taking pictures, kind of zooming in with their phones.
I will approach Majin again, being naturally averse to the cameras, and I will kind of speak to him over my shoulder. So your companions have engaged with Phil and nearly decapitated him. While I don't necessarily have an investment in that outcome one way or the other, he has been locked away for a time to allow for your group to deliberate, and I saw it appropriate to provide you with the opportunity to provide your input. Now, considering you are the only one outside of myself with a key to where he is locked away, I consider your temperance advantageous in these circumstances. So should you see fit to take your friends to his prison and eliminate him, I'm in no position to stop you. But please join them. I will assist Marcel with crowd control. This is my event, after all.
Thank you for your help.
Don't thank me yet.
You locked him in your realm?
Yes, he's a prisoner in my lair.
Isn't that exactly where you said not to bring him, not to cause a fight there?
I said not to bring it to my doorstep. My dungeon is a different story.
Fair. Cool. I'm gonna go deliberate. We'll let you know when we go to see him.
Oh, I'll know one way or the other.
After all, he crashed your event. I'm imagining that you have some questions for him.
I do have questions, but I imagine that you're seeking the same answers I am. So all I ask is that you share that information.
Understood. Thanks again.
Mm-hmm.
Walks into the event hall.
Yeah, I will just assist Marcel with, making sure that the press doesn't get the wrong idea. The event was a stunt. It was crashed by some wackadoo who didn't get a slot in the schedule and decided to, crash the event. And as far as the rumors of loss of life are concerned, as we know in situations like this, people disappear in Vegas all the time.
Sad to say, very truthful. Charles, Gregor, you see Majin head in, but you guys have a moment before he would rejoin you, where you are alone. You may discuss some things.
I want to save him.
So do I.
Then let's not kill him.
That's how we save him.
I don't think so. That's how the Catholic Church saves people who aren't of the same religion. Like, I don't think it's...
That's literally how it works.
That's not how
he
it
is
works.
he's enslaved to his master. He is enslaved to his master. If we end his life, that slavery ends. When we bring him back, he wouldn't instinctually have that connection.
I mean, only if it actually works like that, but we have no way of knowing that.
It's not. What do you mean?
Well, if he's enslaved, like, if his soul is enslaved, then killing him wouldn't stop that.
Then we simply enslave his soul to a new master.
I don't like that either. Let's not enslave his soul. Let's not kill him. Let's just try and save him.
He doesn't want to be saved. We need to ram it down his throat, like a newspaper.
Then we beat his ass.
Yes,
don't kill him.
And kill him.
Don't kill him.
It is the best way to save him.
What makes you think that?
Because his master has sway over him. He won't listen to reason, so we must make him listen. Killing him.
I don't think killing is the way you make people listen to reason.
It is when you bring them back.
This moment, Majin
Since when have you been able to bring people back?
For a while now. I'll do it right now. There's a bunch of ash on the floor.
You are rejoined by Majin. Why are you yelling?
Because I'm trying to kill Phil.
Okay.
And he
I
doesn't
don't want to kill Phil.
Okay. Why are you yelling about it?
Because emotions were flaring, I guess? I don't know.
Stop that.
Okay. He's got to die.
It's an empty event hall. It echoes. We're trying to keep this quiet. Shut the fuck up.
Nobody's here. It's an empty event hall.
Your voice echoes. There are windows. There's an open door. We're trying to... Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Whisper. Use your inside voice. Stop yelling. Stop yelling at each other.
Okay. Ready to kill Phil?
Where's Phil?
Dragon Man stole him. Out from underneath me.
Yeah, he let me know.
Yeah. It's gonna stomp on his head.
Why don't we talk to him first? Let's get some information out of him.
Because if we can do that after we kill him.
I'm with Charles. Why do you think you can do that?
What do you mean? Why? You've got that cool gun. I have things too.
Okay. Elaborate.
Upon killing him, when we will cremate him, and from his essential salts, we will reconstruct him. I can do it right now.
We literally... What? We don't have time for that.
It doesn't take long to cremate him. That guy just did that to all those people.
He was starting a war, Gregor. We have him as captive right now. We can talk to him now. You're talking about extra steps to get to where we are now.
He's not going to be reasonable. He's never been reasonable.
That you're making an assumption. Let's find out if he is first.
Fine. Fine. We won't kill him.
Pinky promise?
No. I can't make that promise because we might kill him later.
Okay, then you pinky promise that you won't kill him when we go to visit him right now.
I can't make that promise because we might decide to kill him during that visit.
Then you won't be the one to kill him. One of us will kill him.
That just opened it up harder, more.
One of like
I'm not.
just pinky promise that you won't kill him.
No, because I might kill him later when he escapes.
And you won't kill him today.
I will pinky promise that while he is imprisoned, and you two still disagree with killing him, I will not kill him. However, should he escape and the opportunity arises, I will end his life.
What about you don't kill him until we all agree on it?
No.
Fuck, worth a shot. All right, that's agreeable. Let's do it.
Are we ready to go?
Razor
wait on
Liberty.
you now.
Cool.
By the way, never mind.
I'm gonna let
I'm not gonna
Royal
say
know we're heading in. I'm gonna see if he wants to join in on an interrogation. If not, then we'll be on our own. It just feels polite. You know, we should let him know because I don't want to get exactly trapped there. I mean, him and Marcel are both doing crowd control, so
Yep.
we don't need. I'm gonna go let him know.
I can agree.
Royal doing crowd control. Majin rejoins you. And lets you know, says, we're gonna go now. If you want to join us. Yeah.
It seems that there's a sizable amount of what I would consider personal investment in the outcome of this for you all. So all I would ask is that you do your best to discern this King in Yellow's agenda and share that information with me. What happens beyond that is not necessarily my concern. Phil should be able to communicate with you, though he will be inaccessible physically. I will join you shortly so that I can provide you with an exit when you're ready to leave.
Cool.
But I will provide you some time to work with him alone.
As far as I see it, I appreciate you giving us the time to talk to him on our own. But as far as I see it, he's involved you in this now too. We have an agreement as well. So I don't see a reason for you to stay away. I understand, like, I get it and I appreciate it, but Gregor's feelings aside, you're a part of this now.
And I don't disagree with you. But my part in this has just as much to do with ensuring that you achieve your part in this. So go, and I'll join you shortly.
Cool.
You know how to use the door. The mark will show you the way.
Kind of. He pulls out of his pocket the black card that you had provided at the beginning of their trip, Royal. Hands it over to you.
That was supposed to be a souvenir for Charles. He can hold on to it. It doesn't
Right.
work anymore anyway.
Right, yeah. I'll fuck with him with it. And he puts it back in his pocket, heads back inside the event hall. You guys ready?
Yeah, waiting on you.
He has to find a door.
Fuck.
Didn't he say
Goes
through
over
a
to,
closed door?
I know what I'm doing. Fuck you. He gave it to me, not you.
It doesn't look like you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Get in the goddamn door. He goes over to the side door, opens it. You see that?
Seems like you thought
Get
you
your
could
asses
just do
inside
what
the
he's been
door.
doing.
I'm gonna jump in the door.
I'll hesitatingly walk through the door, expecting to walk into a dungeon.
Majin sees you hesitate and is just like, go! Go on, Royal.
I don't trust this individual. And I walk through.
They would enter through the same way, so they would end up in the foyer with all of the aforementioned, chutes of coin and money, and the candy store of miscellaneous currency, giant glowing floating flaming egg in a case in the center, the path to the right that leads to the stairwell from the Titanic goes down to the lounge, and then there is a pathway to the left that they haven't taken yet that looks much more serious, like stone blocks. That's where kind of like it looks like where the armory might be. There's like weapons on the wall, and it's very archaic, medieval. There's no signs though.
No worries. You guys appear in the foyer, all of the accoutrement, the artifacts, the money, the egg sitting before you. No clear direction. Gregor, you feel now kind of not exactly letting your guard down, but in this space you can definitely feel the lack of presence. Something you maybe didn't notice before. You are effectively cut off. You are still of the mythos, but you are the only bit of mythos. Charles, you feel the same. Again, you are the only Shen.
Where do you think Phil is?
I thought we were going directly to him.
I bet he's down the Sirius hallway.
Sure.
The other one was nachos in an arcade. So
Yeah. Your call to adventure sense is tingling, Charles. You head down the serious hallway.
To adventure sense.
Royal, if you would like to take narrative control of what they see, what they experience as they walk this hall, by all means.
they head down a kind of a dank, spiraling stone staircase. Torches alight on the wall as they descend. As they get to the very bottom of the spiral, they arrive in basically an open armory. So it's just like a huge circular, like cylindrical chamber that is starts on one end at kind of like ancient weaponry, goes through like medieval periods, all the way to like modern warfare. So everything from sticks to rocket launchers, and then there is a clear like prison door, like heavily bolted, like multi cell, with the kind of pulsing gray and like royal blue insignia that is just kind of like throbbing on it. And it would definitely key in on the mark that Majin is currently bearing. Like he would feel it warm, he would feel it kind of throb in time. And then the door would probably just open on its own as they entered.
Understood.
Like the multi-cell. And as if they begin going down that hallway, they would begin seeing kind of a menagerie of doorless, cellless chambers containing beings, people, creatures that don't seem to be able to notice them. They are likely existing outside of time and space, almost suspended, moving like what would be the word? Almost like imperceptibly slow.
Understood.
And the newest one would be at the far end, where they would probably see Phil with his face openly like leaking into open space, just like floating there.
This is what you see, gentlemen, as you walk. Creatures pulled from space and time walk in a sort of slow stasis. At the far end of the hall is Phil.
You
Looks like
wanted to
he's
talk to
asleep.
him.
How do we talk to him if he's missing half his dome piece? Tap on the glass or the whatever.
It's not glass, it's just space. What would end up happening is like once you interact with it, assuming that, well, it would have to be Majin, but assuming that Majin interacts with it, it would resume time. Like he would still stay suspended, he would still remain imprisoned. The space between them is imperceptible, like it's not physical space. You can't go through it, but you can interact through it. It's like talking through a prison window, basically.
So you guys approach. Majin holds up the arm where Whirl had marked him. Phil kind of falls to his knees in real time at this point. Blood leaking from his face. He's still conscious.
Buddy,
I can't
evened
believe
out
you
your face
Florida
for you.
manned me.
Say that again, Charles?
Can't believe you Florida manned me, Phil.
Can't say that it was difficult.
What would Charlene think of you?
Fuck you, dude. We don't joke about that.
What? You just forced me to do...
It's kind of where I got the idea, though.
It was nice. We all went to a strip club.
Shakes his head.
Yeah, I thought that part was weird.
Care to share your standing orders?
Yeah, what's Haster got you doing?
I don't have any. This place. You made powerful friends.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yes.
that side.
So it's one of those you just get a dead drop in the middle of the night. Screw with this city.
I like to think it's a bit more refined than that, but sure, I guess.
Got it. So Hester hasn't told you anything. You were that far down on the totem pole.
Oh, I got something. Something new. He looks to you, Gregor, the bleeding side of his face. Dripping with blood. There's brain matter falling. I remember a little more. Did you know? Did you
Did I
know
know?
that it was you? You were the one that took him from me?
I wasn't the one who took him from you. I helped. If I recall correctly, I'm the one who did that. I point to the vertigo, which represents his the half of the head I took off the first time. I did that. That's why I said I evened you out.
You killed him before he even had a chance to breathe air.
Yeah. That's not that big a deal, I feel like.
It's a big deal to me.
Very anti-abortion, aren't you?
When I get out of this, I'm gonna kill you, Gregor.
Good luck. They don't want me to kill you, which means you're gonna have to stay here.
So what's this? The interrogation?
Want to talk?
Yeah, we're just talking. This isn't the interrogation. The interrogation will come if you don't talk.
What's the plan, Phil?
If you legitimately don't know, say it. Say it truthfully. If you do, it'd be really nice if you told us. Well, the dragons and the gods are fighting and you're just stirring the pot a bit. Frankly, it doesn't look like you're going to get anything out of it, no matter what.
I can see why you failed out of the police academy. You weren't... I gather interrogation wasn't your strong suit. Cocky cop isn't one of the methods.
I said this wasn't the interrogation. The interrogation will come later. And for the record, I failed the PT test. Imagine. Get to craft my perfect body, and I didn't even make it very well.
I'm not saying anything to either of you.
To either of us?
Looked, imagine.
You can see, Majin has stepped back, allowing you to continue the line of questioning. He's kind of arms crossed, watching.
All right then, Phil. I guess the answer's simple. You don't know anything because you aren't meant to know anything. As expected, you were just a doll made to do orders. But then again, who am I to talk? I guess pot calling the kettle and all that.
Why don't you want to tell me anything, Phil?
Because he's a dick.
It's not too late for you, Charles.
What do you mean?
He's saying you can join his side. Go be his brother.
I already consider him my brother.
Yeah, but he won't consider you his brother until you got the same parents. He doesn't get that.
Oh, that the blood of the covenant is stronger than the water of the birth?
Yeah, he wants you to share water with him. Not blood.
I've got nothing for you.
Yeah, I didn't think you would.
So you'll talk to Majin?
You may as well start your torture.
I don't want
No.
to torture you.
Oh, Phil, torture is such a crude word. It's not going to be torture. Torture implies a desire to keep you alive.
Majin would become, at this point, very aware of the fact that the master is home.
Majin speaks up. Royal is on his way.
Okay.
Royal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's his name.
Probably.
He wasn't on
You know,
my
there is
radar.
another Charles that's running around that you could have as your brother.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll look him up when I'm out.
I'll begin making my way to the prison.
It's a swifter walk for you, Royal. You know this place well. You don't take moments to kind of gawk and look at the menagerie of creatures.
I know who's here.
You join in moments.
Mm-hmm. So, have we all had time to bond?
No, no bonding's done here. He's remembering things from before he was alive.
Charles, do you have you gotten what you asked for or what you wanted out of this?
He hasn't given us any direct answers. But I'm happy if he's safe.
It's a matter of perspective, I suppose. Does the prisoner have anything to say for himself?
Hi.
Hello.
Pleasure
I don't
of-
believe we've been formally introduced. You decided to crash my event to make some sort of point. What was the point you were trying to make, Phil? You have my attention if you wanted it.
I'll be honest, you weren't really on my radar.
Well, that's a problem because you've been on mine for some time now, since New Orleans, actually.
I liked New Orleans best.
Too
It was
bad
a lot of fun.
Too bad the citizenry didn't feel the same. It caused a lot of problem for my kind. Lots of fingers getting pointed, lots of blame getting passed around.
Your
Lots of
kind.
Lots of orchestrations happening, whether or not you are aware of them. Yes, my kind. And we are not pleased.
Well, that's a shame. I aim to please. Maybe not your kind, though.
No, likely your master, your patron, your sponsor.
You smelled different than your kind.
The amount that you will never know about me is irrelevant. I simply need to know and understand what role it is you intend to play in this grand opera that seems to be getting orchestrated.
I'm afraid that you haven't really captured the director, as it were, more of a stagehand.
I don't need the director to understand the script. Shows are subject to interpretation. You are a vehicle, a vessel, a cog in the machine. As you said, a stagehand. Matte Black to forever be ignored by the audience. However, you have a captive audience here. This is your sole chance to be relevant, ever. Because that little display you put on stage, that attempt at relevance, will fade away, will be erased, almost as if it never existed. I'll make sure of it.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that. It went differently than expected.
How much time do you think you have on this world to the next? You think I'm talking about over the next week, the next month, the next year, the next decade, the next century? No, Phil. Millennia from now, you won't be ash of a memory. You'll be here. Mostly headless. Cut off from your source of power. Or you can look to the people who give half a shit about you. I'm giving you a choice. Sure, some of them may want to kill you. With good reason. I find you quite despicable myself. But it's not my place to judge. Only to encourage. To help those find their way to their destiny, whatever it might be. And if yours is destruction at the hands of GREGOR or anyone else, so be it. But that's your choice. You are going to choose that path. Should you escape? Should you abscond? Should you make your way back to whatever bosom of whatever creature brought you to my doorstep? But you trespassed on my doorstep. Pissant. So be grateful that I'm giving you a choice.
Using his good eye, he looks over at Gregor and Charles and Majin. That's the type of speech that won you over? Really?
No, not me. Him, yeah, but not me.
You're a bit intense. I'll give you points for showmanship. But there's a few things you got wrong. You're right, I'm not going to be Ash. I'm made from star stuff. And to the cosmos I'll return. And by the time this is all over, dragons aren't going to be at the top. Your kind is going to fall back into obscurity just like you did in the beginning.
You misunderstand the void, Phil. Look around you. Do you see any stars? Do you think that there is only one cosmos? There's only one universe? We span infinity. You are a blip. Understand your place in this hierarchy.
I think the problem is he understands his place all too well.
Well, I have literally all the time in this world and the next. But if you're not going to be of any use to me or to them, there's not much more I can do to delay the inevitable.
Well, I think quid pro quo. You helped me, so I think I'm entitled. You seem the type that's big on hospitality. And far be it from me to spit on your customs. You helped me, so I'll answer a few of your questions, I think.
Well, as is my nature, as is my way, as is my essence, I will defer to my company, and I will gesture to the other three. You will pay them the same respect.
Fair master of the house.
You have 10 minutes.
Let's hear it, gentlemen. What do you want to know? What's burning inside your minds?
Charles?
What are you planning? What are you guys doing?
I thought that was obvious. There's war. Told you that when we first kicked off our little cat and mouse.
Yeah, but why?
Because gods are foolish and dragons are vain. He looks over at Royal.
All right, even if that's the case, I mean, why would you choose that over traveling with us?
Because I know my place in the world. This is not yet our world. But it will be.
Why now? To what end is this the time of your reckoning? Of the reckoning?
We wait. Just outside of vision, just outside of time and the stars, and we watch. Accidental moments, beautiful mistakes, much like your friend there. Wasn't on my radar, but God, did he help. You think Ash, 20 people being eviscerated, being incinerated in an instant, that's going to stay in place no matter how much crowd keeping you do? Those people may have had families, loved ones. Maybe they were texting and suddenly, poof, gone. What are dragons known for, Gregor?
Destruction, power, being wizards.
Why?
Fire.
Oh.
Accidental help. This whole thing started with accidental help. One of us accidentally intermingled themselves with dragons, kicking off the age of dragons. We're just playing on the suspicion. Gods know things you don't. Gods are shitty.
Okay.
My heart goes out to what happened to your kind. He looks to you, Royal. It really does. It isn't right. But your kind has already proven that you can't handle rulership. You're so easily subverted. So we'll take it from here.
You keep saying we as if the power that's been given to you is a right and not bestowed and could be stripped away at any given time.
He's a doll. He's not a real person. He means we
Yeah, he
in the
is.
sense that he is an aspect of his master.
No, he's obliterated himself. His sense of identity is lost. He's given up all agency.
He doesn't believe he's had it, ever. That's why destroying him would be the best thing for him. He's never had it. Isn't that right, Phil?
I am but the first soldier in the Yellow Conspiracy.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. What makes you think just because you do all the work, someone else won't take the credit?
Who's going to take credit for what I do? You?
No, I mean, I'm not speaking about you, Phil. Jarol, you have no agency. You don't matter. your credit doesn't matter. What matters is your master's credit. What makes you think that doing what he's doing won't get attention? I mean, he already got interceded once. You did have a brother.
You mentioned that you are the first. You'll name the others for me. That is my question.
Names. I'll give you names.
I take out my little memo pad. Go ahead. Name them all.
Dominic Therese. Charlotte Morgan begins to list names.
Yeah, I will write them down meticulously.
One he does bring up, Royal, is familiar to you, Arturo Perez.
I don't balk at it. I might sigh a bit.
Gives you a list of about 23 names, including Arturo.
Gregor, you fancy yourself a detective of sorts. I'll rip off the memo pad. Understand that these people may not necessarily be willing contributors to this conspiracy. It's the nature of conspiracy to keep things compartmentalized. But it's not my place to deduce the nature of their involvement. I'll offer it to
Okay.
him.
I already memorized them.
I'll give it to Charles then.
Yay! I'm just happy to be included. Phil, if what you did before in the convention hall was a distraction, then what would be the main event?
That's a fun one, actually. I actually got to write that scene. You guys were heading to California, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd get there quick.
Yeah. That.
What's it tell you in that little book, Gregor?
Oh. Which the book I was reading when you were traveling with us?
So many of our secrets are in those pages. You scarcely need me.
It's not the book you think it is. It mainly was an account of. It was mainly an account between some guy named Orn and a couple other people.
Read between the lines. Make your way to California. Run, run. Try and stop me. Either way, I think your 10 minutes are up.
Muted?
I said, you're precisely right. It would seem this intermission is over. Shall we resume the play?
Let's do just that. With that being said, Royal, if you have anything last you'd like to say or do.
Yeah, I will eject everyone from the lair in the positions they were in right before Charles got. I'm going to do a bit of a showbiz retcon, if you will. I will allow them to resume the positions they were in right before Charles got whammied.
Understood. You are not near them then.
No, I'm not in this act.
Understood. So to clarify, after Phil was shot, he's still imprisoned. We are rewinding time using your ability, or
No, we're not realizing time. I'm inserting everyone back into the event hall. Phil on the stage with half of his head missing. Charles next to him. Gregor basically kind of next to me, or where I was standing when he shot Phil the first time, or when he shot at Phil the first time, and missed. And Majin wherever Majin was before he went to go help the other people. And I am simply not there. And I will do Gregor the service of placing his gun in his hand because that's where it was.
understood. Royal, I am curious. Before we cut to intermission, where do you appear?
I don't.
Understood.
Like I said, I'm not in this act.
Indeed. We fade from this for a moment as we cut to our own personal intermission before the play resumes. We will be back very shortly. We will see you very soon. Sans one Royal Grey. Thank you, Royal. We'll see you again, hopefully very, very soon. But
Sure.
as you said, you aren't in this act. We'll see you all very soon.
Goodbye.
And welcome back. Sans the Grey Eminence, we are returned to a scene on the stage. Majin standing alongside Charles and Gregor. On the stage, Phil returned.
Thought I wasn't on the stage.
I was on the stage.
He's on the stage right next to Phil. I'm right where I was when I took my first shot.
Yes, you were. So we return to this scene after Gregor had taken his first shot. Everything's still the same. Time hasn't rewound. It's just returning to positions after the actor switch, as it were. Phil just...
Excellent.
Neat trick.
Phil, I'm going to save you from yourself, and I'd like to take a reflexive action, bow to him.
You do this, you honor your combatant, your enemy.
Then take a primary action to smack the shit out of him. I'm trying to bat him across the hall to Majin.
Understood. You do this. Go ahead and give me your roll for this, please.
Okie dokie. Seven successes.
7 successes. Absolutely do this.
And then can I use my movement to sidestep back to him?
I'll say yes, absolutely. That, however, will be your turn. Gregor.
Well, we didn't decide to kill Phil. But he's been batted over to Majin. He's missing half his head. I'll pull my gun down. Or I will aim my gun at the ground at this point. Try to use my movement to get over to Majin, because he was relatively close to me. So, what are we doing here?
Trying to knock his ass out.
You realize he's missing half his brain, right, Charles?
Yeah, it's really making things fuzzy.
Is he on the ground?
Yeah.
Can I kick his head?
You can make your way over to him and attempt to kick his head.
If I went up to that to Imagine, who was close to me, and it
Mhm.
was invited to Imagine, then
You kick his head. Attempting to deal damage of some sort.
yeah.
This is going to be close combat.
Okay. I'm not good at that. How not good at that am I? I'm really not good at that. I'm going to assume might, yeah? Okay, then I'm definitely not good at that. One success. Off one die.
You kick his head. It looks like it hurts. Phil kind of looks up and says, "Oh man. Oh yeah, fuzzy.
He's immune to being knocked out. We have to kill him.
Majin, do you feel fuzzy?"
What? You just don't kick very hard, Gregor. What are you talking about? Phil, you said you left us a surprise in California. I want you to come with us.
We can do that
Majin-
if we kill him.
You can see a flare up in Majin's eyes. Pulls the weapon. Aims it at you, Gregor. I need initiative to be rolled between the three combatants. 4, technically.
The what?
Initiative!
We're fighting Imagine.
Okay. What's it? It's been a while since we've done initiative.
It's best combat skill plus cunning.
Thank you.
Cool.
Oh, I'm a very cunning boy. 6 successes.
I only got 3. Do you want to go first, Gregor, or do you want me to go first?
I can go first. I got a plan.
Okay.
The result of your rolls, gentlemen?
6.
3.
So you can, of course, as you guys were discussing, choose to swap if you would like.
Mm-hmm.
So
For
who's...
keeping.
Me. First.
And then, of course... Interesting. Gregor, you're up.
Okay. Hey, Charles, I'm going to use my mental prison boon on Majin to incapacitate him so we don't have to actually fight him and we can just beat Phil.
Can you
Do you mind
to
if I
Phil
use...
this entire time?
Pardon?
Nothing. Never mind. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I could have. Do you mind if I use 3 momentum to ensure that Majin can't during this Clash of Wills? Cool.
You're good.
I imbue an awareness and use mental prison and all 3 of our momentum against Majin to ensure that Majin cannot fight. It's going to be his resolve plus legend versus my awareness plus manipulation. And I'm a manipulative boy. Yeah, one of them fell off. That one rerolls. Rerolls again. Okay, so that's 7 total. You're muted.
Mental prison. We used it earlier, but let's detail it.
I just make eye contact, and Majin believes he kills me. As he believes that I simply take whatever attack he was going to do. He sees him. He gets to see himself doing the actions he was going to fulfill, even if he was being puppeted. As I prefer to let them continue their course of action. So he'll be in a fight while he stands there drooling.
Frozen. Weapon still out. Finger on the trigger. Holding.
Gonna just make sure I'm not in the path of that gun. Then look down at Phil. Really?
Worth a shot.
I guess that's my turn. So I believe that because that was my action. And I can't kick Phil again.
Yeah, you can have movement and reflexive.
I don't have anything for that that's going to help me kick Phil again.
That brings us to Phil. Charles.
Yes.
He looks to you, Gregor, or rather Phil looks to you, Gregor, and says, "But you only took one out." Charles, your mind begins to feel fuzzy. How do you feel toward Gregor?
Towards Phil?
Towards Gregor.
Towards Gregor? Same way I normally do. I mean, he's my friend, brother, fellow orphan.
You feel rage building in you.
That seems uncharacteristic for me.
Gregor is the object of your anger. There is no role to contest this. But I will allow you a roll to temper yourself.
Okay.
Anything in your resilience approach, resolve, stamina, or composure, and whatever
Just the... Oh, and whatever skill I
whatever
think would work best.
skill you think would work best to kind of temper your rage against Gregor.
I'm going to go with resolve and empathy, if that's alright with you.
Perfectly fine.
Six successes.
6 successes. This ability still takes hold. You are angry. The object of your anger is Gregor. You must attack him, but you don't have to go all out if you don't feel the need to. You can essentially, like I do in D&D, make non-lethal attacks. You don't have to kill him, but you do feel a compulsion to attack. Phil kind of smiles up at you, Charles, as you look at Gregor. You only got one. Foolish. That is Phil's turn. Charles, you're up.
Can I use my knack as a reflexive action?
Depends on the knack.
Raise the city?
Raise the city.
Mm-hmm.
I believe requiring a knack skill roll. That is not a reflexive action. That is a simple action.
Oh, it's a simple action. Okay. Then, yeah, I'll go ahead and I'm gonna go to slug the shit out of Gregor then.
Gregor, you can feel free to make a defensive roll if you'd like.
I'd very much like to make a defensive roll. Two.
How's it going over there,
You
Charles?
cursed me.
7?
You cursed me.
I did give you some leeway with this. With your successes on your resolve empathy. You don't have to deal crits if you don't want to, but there will be some damage done. You can also perform other stunts, actionable stunts if you'd like. Grappling, knocking him prone.
Could I grapple him and throw him? Then?
The grapple... I believe just is any number above what his defense is. So, with 5 excess, you could grapple him. Purchasing another stunt, let's see what the throw would cost.
And then could I use my epic strength to add scale for the throwing stunt?
You absolutely could. So with the successes being variable for establishing a grapple, sort of gripping onto him and then just throwing him, I'm going to say this is going to cost you your 5 successes in an attempt to just damage. Damage, like I said, is going to be done with damage having to be done. A grapple and the throw. This will eat up the 5. You can call on epic strength to kind of boost this if you'd like.
I was going to throw him at Phil.
You can throw him at Phil.
I'll do that. Throw him at Phil.
Throw him at Phil. Gregor, you're going to mark off a bruise condition. Literally the most bruised condition that ever did bruise condition. You are bruised. A person a person has been thrown. You have been thrown into a person. You are bruised.
Yes. Okay.
Charles, is that your turn? You have movement and things if you'd like.
Mm. Yeah, that's fine.
Did being struck by another person hurt Phil?
Oh yes, he already wasn't looking great.
Okay.
But that being your turn, we come to Majin, who is still hand shaking. That brings us to Gregor.
Cool. While I was in the air, I noticed something. I'm gonna roll off Phil. Use my movement to back away a wee bit. And then I'm gonna use Master of the World. I noticed some interesting things up in the rafters. If you would.
What kind of things?
Oh, the kind of things that a bullet would dislodge. If you would permit, I would like to shoot up there, then at Phil, to impose a complication on him with things falling.
For flavor, shooting up at the rafters, absolutely. All using Master of the World, I don't see an issue with the flavor of you just taking a shot up and then aiming. Master of the World is reflexive, correct?
Yes. Happens immediately upon. Can happen immediately upon entering a new territory.
Excellent. Then you may take your shot.
Excellent. I would like to invoke my path, if you don't mind. Police Academy training. I might have failed the PT test, but I was a okay shot.
Excellent. Phil, of course, will be taking a defensive action. Kind of trying to roll.
As he should. If he doesn't buy off that complication, he's going to get pinned by what comes down.
Plus 3 complication, correct?
2. I want to save 1 for later in case he somehow gets out of this.
Understood.
Okay.
Ooh.
That gets rolled. So that's 5 plus 2 from my path of the police academy. And then he's got that plus 2 complication.
He buys off the complication, but nothing else. So your shot was how much?
It was 7.
Deal me some damage, Gregor.
All right. How much can I buy off, or how much damage can I buy?
He rolled 3, so he bought off the 2 complication.
So then he's got, 1 versus 7.
You've got 6 to play with.
Excellent. So I could buy a crit.
You could buy a couple crits.
Well, crit is 4 successes. So I can buy 1 crit. I'll buy 1 crit.
You buy 1 crit.
And then not a lot of range stunts that I can think to. Then I guess just rest inflict damage, because the others, he doesn't have anything in his hand to disarm, and I don't want to empty the clip.
I'll say with the crit, he is, for mechanic terms, he's maimed. You can push forward and get him to the taken out portion of this.
I would like to push forward and get into the taken out portion.
Easily done with the rest of your successes. He is unable to stand. You fire. Where does the bullet hit, Gregor?
So I already filled out his face. Well, half of his face. I think, this part down here doesn't have the vertigo yet, right? So let's take that part out.
Understood. Difficult to do is a bit of crawling as you take a shot back of the skull. Fires through. Crawling, he stops moving. Crawling toward the door, the blood streaks, blood's beginning to pool.
Some bitch. Charles still angry?
Charles! Your anger is no longer on Gregor, but again, you've been puppeted.
I mean, I'm a little angry at you and Phil at this point.
Yeah. I'm gonna take back that awareness to get Majin back.
You see, Majin snap and just raises his weapon toward Phil. Is he dead?
Yeah. But looks like a portal's forming. Let's get out of here.
I'm gonna go check on Phil.
I'm gonna start dragging Phil's body.
You start to drag Phil's body. Charles, you go to check on Phil. No portal. Just a pooling of blood.
I don't trust that. I don't trust that. When their heads pop, that usually means portal.
Maybe you didn't hit him hard enough for a portal.
Oh yeah, their heads have to pop via fist. That makes sense, because your fist is stronger than a bullet.
My fist is stronger than a bullet.
It wasn't back when you did it the first time.
Remember the first time Charles popped someone's head? That was a good time. How he reacted, that was good. Loved that.
You beat up an old lady.
I knocked her out. And what do you mean? You weren't there.
Yeah, you didn't exist.
You're right. I wasn't anywhere.
You guys drag Phil's body. Gunshots are going to draw attention. Last you knew, Royal and Marcel were taking care of some crowd work and making sure that everyone was taken care of outside, but gunshots echoing throughout an empty events hall certainly does raise some questions.
Vegas. I'm sure nobody important's gonna notice.
It's on the strip. What do you guys
Do
want
you
to
want
do?
me to just pick Phil up and carry him?
Yeah, if you could. We need to cremate him.
No, I don't think so.
Why?
Well, I don't want to bring him back.
Yeah, but it'll be more portable.
I'm going to bury him.
But then somebody else could bring him back.
Okay.
Then we should cremate him.
No.
Majin looks at you. Why the fuck are we arguing about this right now? We should leave.
Yeah, I know. It's just a question. Okay, we'll talk about it on the road.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'll carry Phil. Do you guys, want me to just go ahead and get on the cloud and meet you at the van, or?
The van should be parked outside. Yeah, you can do that if you want.
Alright. Then I will take Phil, and I'll hop on the cloud, and I will go and meet them at the van.
Good girl. Yeah, and we'll meet him at the van.
A rush of our heroes to the van, getting away from the scene of someone's crimes. It is done.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, driving off. Guess we gotta do something in California now.
Yeah, Phil said he left us a surprise there.
All the more reason to resurrect him.
I think he deserves the break.
Charles, I don't understand you.
That's fine.
First, you don't want him dead. Now that he's dead, you don't want him back?
Well, I wanted to save him, but in a way, just being dead and having peace is being saved.
You know, I'm not going to argue that. That's actually very true. All right. Too bad for Phil.
But I do want to bury him.
Sure we can't cremate him?
I really don't want to.
Not saying we have to keep him around, but we cremate him, scatter his ashes, he can't come back.
Yeah. I mean, that's true, but at the same time, it'd be kind of interesting if he did come back from someone else, you know? I don't know. We'll leave the possibility out there.
Okay. Where do we bury him? I don't have a plot in a cemetery set up to bury a friend. We bury him out in the Nevada desert, but that's a nuclear testing ground. Might come back as one of those zombies from that one movie where they killed the protagonist at the end.
That narrows it down.
The zombies from the original zombie movie?
What the fuck are we doing right now?
We're driving!
Get him. Just fucking. Can we just go? Can we discuss this when we're out of the city?
We have a literal corpse in our car, Majin.
I hate this. I hate this so much.
So do I.
What do you think we should do, Majin?
That's a good question. Because I want to cremate him, scatter his ashes. Does he have anything on him?
I don't know.
Got a few
I'll
things
run
on.
his pockets.
You run his pockets. You find a couple things. The first of which is what looks like a necklace almost. It's a minted disc, this dark, lustrous metal, inscribed with strange designs. Just around his neck, almost like old German dog tags, of course, with strange symbols and things. The second is a book. It appears to have been sort of almost like a harness on his back underneath the hoodie. It's written in English. Reads the words Necronomicon.
Huh, that's neat. He has a necklace and a book just like you, Gregor.
You also see there is a scepter of pure gold. It was strapped to his leg. Looks Egyptian.
Huh. I wonder what happens if I put the necklace on.
Say that out loud.
Yeah.
Don't put the necklace on.
You know, last time you said this, you got the necklace and got to talk to dead people.
Yes, that was after I verified it was safe.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't let me wear the necklace.
Yes. Your point?
What? I want to wear a creepy necklace,
I feel like you could buy that at literally any pawn shop.
but I have one right here.
Yes, but that one came off of Phil.
Yeah. So who knows what it does?
Let's get it appraised first, please, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Are we going to get all of these appraised?
That would be wise.
Mm.
Where are you driving to?
California at this point. We just fleed the scene of a crime in which we murdered a defenseless half-headed man.
Majin insists, of course, that you drop him off at his motorcycle in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah, of course then.
You do this, drive to California in the night.
Mm-hmm.
Conversation, of course, can take place from California to Vegas, depending on where you're going. Where are you going?
Right across the border.
The monkey said, "Go get to California." As far as I'm concerned, the border's as far as I need to go.
Mm-hmm.
From Las Vegas to the border of California.
I guess it's like a 30-minute drive.
Not necessarily, not a 30-minute drive. Significantly shorter than if you were going to an actual city. Just to the border, then?
Well, we'd probably get a bit further because we need to bury Phil because Charles wants to bury Phil. So somewhere where we can bury it. Basically out in the desert, past the border, once we get past the sign, in case there's a checkpoint or whatnot, then try to find a place to bury Phil.
So just into the desert.
Into the desert.
Okay. There's a place called Prim. That is a small area in Nevada that literally is on the border of California. It has home to Buffalo Bills Resort and Casino, Prim Valley Resort and Casino. It's quaint, but moving past that space into the desert?
Yeah.
You'll need to go past Prim Valley Golf Club, past the solar electric generating systems.
Oh, that's neat. Their own solar power.
kind of
Important to have green energy.
going southbound, at least southwest bound on the Mojave Freeway. You'll need to pass the California port of entry. In the middle of the night, not an issue. Onto the Barstow Freeway, you'll need to head off into one of the dirt roads in the desert. This takes you into the desert, into a place where you can get to Phil, or rather get to a burial spot for Phil. It takes an hour and a half. Anything to discuss or do along the way?
Put paper towels on top of Phil's neck.
I'm gonna look over at Phil, who is sitting upright in the chair next to me. Okay, so I'll wad up some paper towels, put it on Phil's neck, and then I'm going to trade out his yellow shirt with a different shirt.
You do this. You cross the border of California. Again, near Prim. Before you guys get to the desert spot, at Prim, you cross the border, not even stopping in Prim, just continuing on.
No, we got a dead body.
You do this. You drive on. The moment you cross the border, Gregor, something appears in front of the van. What do? Slamming brakes? Swerving? You try to move out of the way. You can see this person is going to stop, forming an X as they kind of stand out and like with a big smile. You see a tail and fur. Just like you swerve. You can hear the voice just like, "Hey, wait, no! Come back! Where are you going?"
I think that was my dad.
What? I'll hit the brakes at that point. What?
You
Look in the rear view.
hit the brakes, stopping completely, or just continuing on like slower?
Slower, because I expected Phil and Phil's bullshit.
You see, at this point, looking in the river, you see a cheetah just rushing toward the van.
Your dad is a cheetah? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, he changed his shape. He was Fenrir like 2 or 3 months ago.
As you guys are having this conversation, just slapping up against the van as this cheetah clawing at the glass, just sort of looks like it's like wants to cuddle. You know how cats do, like where they're like they force you. It morphs into Sun Wukong, and he's just like, "Hey, hey,
Hi.
hi, you guys did it! It's super late. Congratulations! Oh
Yeah, want to
man,
help us hide a dead body?
what?" Sure, you guys got super off track. You have a dead body? Whose body?
The hitchhiker we got at the very beginning.
The one that sidetracked us to Florida?
Yeah,
Oh.
we figured we should end with him.
Weird. Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss.
That's okay. He tried to kill us.
Oh, then fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Dude, congrats. Where are you guys going from here? Are you guys going to be in Los Angeles? You going to San Francisco?
We're leaving.
We just crossed the border. We made it.
Yep, we've made it to California.
I thought you were homeless. I thought you had to find a house. He's still outside of the van, by the way, just talking to you through the window.
I spin the chair. Genghis Khan said I could still live there.
What? He didn't tell me that. I thought we were going to have, like, adventures in L.A.
No, I still have a home.
What about San Francisco and, like, Katy
it's
Perry? Katy Perry wrote a song like California's like California Girls. Like we don't. That was like.
Yeah, they're
Man.
apparently undeniable.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
Fine, fresh, and fierce.
Yeah, bikinis on top. What are we doing, guys?
I really don't want to go into a California city.
I don't want to be in California.
Guy, this... Fuck! Fine, let's bury your fucking friend.
Oh,
He
I'll go
makes
ahead
his-
and grab Phil and hoist him over my shoulder and just walk out.
We're not there yet.
Why not? This is a good spot. Hey, he's being buried by a god.
Border Patrol.
Oh, dude, I can't bury him. That's like...
We're with a god.
He's not gonna bury. He just said he's not gonna bury him.
Yeah, I'm super...
Border control.
I'm super Buddhist. That, like, I'm pretty sure that goes against... Like, you killed this dude?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't... I'm pretty sure I shouldn't talk about it with you guys.
I mean,
What happened to, like, detaching
Yeah.
yourself from like tethers?
Yeah, dude, I'm like 4 steps out of outer into nirvana, like, but this is still like, ugh.
wait, hold on. Never mind. I'm not going to take it there because that leads down a dark place. Anyways, okay, that's fair. That's fair. In which case, we're gonna go bury him a little bit further in. You can ride along if you want.
Sure. Tell
Cool.
me about your adventures.
Oh well, we went to New Orleans. Got harassed by some people. Made some deals. There's a second Charles now.
I remember
Mhm.
that.
You were there for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we went to the contest.
How'd that go? I
It
heard.
was a lot of fun. I blew up a lot of cars.
I heard. An attack.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There was a weird flesh dragon thing.
Wasn't a dragon, it was a Titan spawn, but yeah.
It looked like a dragon.
Gregor, Charles, you guys. Majin has passed you guys after you kind of slammed on the brakes. He stopped for a moment, looked back, saw the Monkey King talking to you guys through the window, and was just like, you know what? No. So,
Blame him.
are we just in the desert?
Yeah, he doesn't deserve
Mhm.
better.
Well, we found him traveling on the side of the road. I mean, I figured that's where you'd want to be.
I feel like, oh man, this is sketchy. This feels wrong. I don't like this.
That's because it is, and he doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
There's like a whole like burial rite. You should probably.
What do Buddhists do?
More than just kicking sand over him. My God, dude. I don't...
Well, I was going to dig a hole.
Yeah, we're gonna get him about 3 feet deep at least.
That
probably.
is ill-advised. Oh wow.
I don't want a dog eating that.
You know, when I finished my journey to the West, I had like found like peace and like learned a lot. Like this sounds like you guys didn't learn a whole lot. This sounds like
We learned plenty. It's just more nihilistic. He said, referencing the fact that we all have 2 awareness.
dude, are you guys okay? Like this was like I went through a lot of shit, but I came out of it better person. Now you guys are talking about burying people 3 feet deep. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, 6 feet's pretty hard, and we don't have a shovel.
Oh my God!
You can dig a 6-foot deep hole. That's not going to be an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to be out here all night. It's cold in the desert.
We're strong as fuck, man.
And
We can pick up cars and stuff. It should be wicked easy digging a 6-foot deep hole.
okay.
That's the
Fine.
spirit. Okay, just a tentative. Okay, yeah. Congrats! I thought you guys would be happier. My goodness, you guys completed it. Congratulations, Charles.
We
Yeah.
got to bury the dead body, Dad.
Did you like your sword, by the way?
My what?
Yeah.
My boken?
Your what?
My boken? I'm going to hold out the boken.
Kind of just takes it and just pulls the handle away from the the sheath, the now just simple wooden sheath that you see. You can see a beautiful blade, never seen the light of day, never seen use. He just kind of looks at you like, have you just been whacking people with this?
Yeah, I thought it was a bokeh.
Dude, even there are people that do it with a thumb. Like, you just been smacking people with this?
Yeah, you would think if it was a sword, it would have, like, the sheath would have came off at some point.
No! What good is that if it just falls out of its sheath?
I mean, it would have helped me realize it was a sword. I've been swinging hard.
This was supposed to be a journey of enlightenment. What happened?
I'd say we did get enlightened to just how big everything is and how small we are.
Dude, you're depressing. Like, more so than when I found you guys. Oh, man. Yeah, no, that's a sword. Charles. Son, that's a sword. I think we'll just give you a stick? No, man.
I mean, you had a stick, so I thought we were sticking with the motif.
I would have given you a bow. You seem pretty eager to, like, make your own. You know what? The point is, you know now, right? You don't gotta hit people with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I should hope he would. Doesn't he have to hit people with the sword?
I mean, you could still hit people. It's not the point. Congratulations. You guys are really sucking the fun out of this. You know that?
I mean, we had a nice time. Went to Mardi Gras. That was nice.
We went to Vegas. Had a lot of fun in Vegas.
Did go to Vegas.
That reminds me. You know your friend, the dude with the lightning bolt?
Marvin? Oh, Donnie?
Yeah, his dad's looking for him. Do you guys know where he's at?
Nope.
We
We
dropped
jumped out
him
of the car
off.
and we got to New Mexico.
Yeah, that was the last time we saw him in New Mexico.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let's go. Let's go bury a body.
Yeah, let's go bury this body. Yeah.
You guys continue on.
Sword. Neat.
Continuing on into the desert. The revelation that Vulcan was always a sword. Just with a very fine-fitting sheath. Simple, wooden. Awesome. You guys continue on into the desert. You get to a suitable place eventually. Sun Wukong is sort of just talking, sharing, swapping stories with you guys. Eventually kind of plays the PlayStation with Charles. You guys continue on.
Cool.
Getting to a suitable spot. What's the next move?
Well, start digging.
You dig. You guys dig. Sun Wukong insists at least 6 feet.
Feel like that doesn't matter to Buddhists.
Feel like you should probably not just dump him in a hole. Feel like you probably shouldn't have killed him to begin with.
He was a jerk, and he's been antagonizing the dragons.
What does that mean?
He's been antagonizing the dragons.
Oh, I do that sometimes.
Yeah, except for his was effective.
Hey!
Hey, you're reasonable enough not to cause them to go to war. He's not.
I mean, there was that one time.
I don't know what you're referring to, and I don't need to know.
Well, I mean, talk to me about that. That's new info. We've been keeping
Dragon
our
people war.
Yeah, there's some issues with them right now.
Yeah,
That's because he was going around and basically stirring the pot, making it look like dragons had attacked where they hadn't, and even the Titan spawn thing, like, it was made to look like a dragon, you know? Like,
yeah, he's been.
Yeah, Outguang's been more grumpy than usual.
Yeah, he's been stirring that pot and causing trouble, so took him out. Didn't want to.
Okay. I feel like there's more information, but let's bury him first, I guess.
I mean, if you got any questions.
Now let's bury him first.
Okay.
You guys dig a hole 6 feet deep. What happens to his personal belongings?
Not leaving those with him. If he comes back, it's better that he not have those. We
I was
can.
going to at least leave the scepter.
I wouldn't recommend it. We anticipate him possibly coming back, and us not being in control of it. I'd rather him not have his things.
Well, I mean, we killed him while he had all these things, so if we leave him with one of them, it shouldn't be an issue.
But he could have been using the scepter's power to make you and Majin turn on me.
Wukong kind of looks at you, Gregor, and says, "You looted his body?"
Well, no, we're gonna burn the book. Don't worry.
But you looted, guys.
What?
That's like pre-grave robbing.
No, it's not. People do it all the time in war. Hey, that guy's got a nice cap. I'm gonna shoot him and take his cap.
He puts his hand on your faces. Who hurt you?
Him. I point to the corpse.
You loot his. I can't be a part of this. You guys do what you guys got to do. I'm gonna go have a cigarette.
Okay, no smoking in the van.
Don't tell me what to do.
It's my van,
I'm a literal god.
and that is my domain. You respect the rules of hospitality.
Starts to just kind of mumble as he makes his way toward the van.
Gone a lot brazen. More brazen with God since this trip's gone on, haven't you?
I disagree. I've just been more open about it. Haven't liked the Greek pantheon since Zeus went through that the strip in New York a bit ago.
What happens next, gentlemen?
I'm going to imbue an awareness to give Phil a title. Phil the Undying.
Interesting. You let me know when you unimbue that awareness.
Okay. And with that, you want to say any last strikes or anything?
No.
Okay. Well, hope you get the piece you wanted so bad, Phil. And with that, I'm good.
Oh. We bury the body.
Bury
Mhm.
the body. Charles says simple words. You return to the van to find Sun Wukong kind of like up against the window. Sees you come in and just smells like cigarette smoke.
Guess the
Here we
van
come to
must
the
be
end.
having some engine problems, eh?
Yeah, it sounds like it. Feels like it. Felt like it when I first got in.
Yeah, I
That's
guess we're
weird.
gonna have
Sorry,
to. Guess we're gonna have to stick around while I figure that out.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe, probably. Guess I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
It's clearly smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we'll stick around the dead body we just buried.
Did you guys say nice words?
What? No.
What is
I did.
wrong with you?
Why would I say nice words?
Do you want me to carry the van to like an engine shop or something?
No, I'll just take a look at it now.
Okay.
After all, it is the van that's smoking, right?
Sure is.
So I'm gonna find something wrong with the van, right?
Probably.
Okay. Step out.
Gregor, you step out. Sun Wukong and Charles left in the van. Sun Wukong kind of looks over at you, Charles, and he's just like, shh, plucks a hair, throws it out the window. You see another him kind of emerge and just looks around, gets underneath the van.
Don't break the van.
I'm not gonna break it. I'm just gonna hurt it.
What? Why? Just tell him you were smoking.
He's mean.
What's he gonna do?
Why? Your friend is... He ain't right.
I'm sure you have friends that aren't right either.
Fair. Pulls out a cigarette, lights it up again. Hands one to you.
Abso-fucking-tively?
Yeah, Gregor, you open the hood, shining a flashlight maybe from your phone. What do you know about cars?
Well, based off of his sheer intelligence, but he's also a city guy who didn't have a car till then. But he's pretty intelligent, and he did walk through the auto show and has what is it? What is
Palace of
the
Memory?
called? Palace of Memory. So he's probably looking back through every single thing he heard there.
Cool.
That one time that he flipped through the manual of this car that I said in like the beginning, and then whatever else he can think of.
You see something that shouldn't be happening. In the windshield wiper fluid, the container. The container itself is sort of clouded plastic. Your windshield fluid's a bit low. But it looks hazy. Pop the cap. Plume of smoke. Smells like cigarette smoke. Looking in with the flashlight, it's very easy to see. Size of a grain of rice. Tiny Sun Wukong just...
I looked down at him. Really?
I'm a god! And he disappears in a little golden puff.
Now the windshield wiper fluid has glitter in it.
Not again. All right. Go back in. I do not confront Sun Wukong about this.
Cool. All good?
Yeah, it seems like the windshield wiper fluid was smoking.
Weird.
Yeah, bunch of glitter in it now.
That's kind of cool. That's pretty neat.
Not for what you want your windshield wiper fluid for.
It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So where are you guys going next? I mean, are you really going to drive all the way back to New York?
I'm probably gonna sell this and get a plane ticket.
You guys are really boring about this. You know that?
I mean, didn't you go home after your journey?
Wander around.
I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about it later.
No, what?
No, don't worry about it. I brought kind of fishes in a pocket. I brought, celebrations. He pulls a big bottle of what looks just labelless white bottle filled with liquid. Pulls out a couple peaches. We should celebrate.
Why not? Why not? Let's celebrate. Can we move away from the dead body first?
I mean, I would hope that we would do that.
Okay, I'll drive us away from the dead body.
drive away from the dead body. Sun Wukong already pouring in glasses where various cups that you guys have. Just Can you not rock so much, please?
It's not a supernatural vehicle.
This is dumb.
Isn't it kind of a supernatural vehicle?
Not that I'm aware of. The only thing it's supernatural about is the tiny monkey.
Yeah, that's
Talking
weird.
about Chim Chim?
Pardon?
Are you talking about Chim Chim?
No. The tiny monkey in the engine.
There was a tiny monkey in the engine?
Yeah. It's okay, it's dead now. Anyways.
Yeah,
Charles.
Peaches and Booze, right?
Charles?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Where was Chim Chim last?
Last time I checked, he was... I think he was with Royal, whenever Royal teleported down.
He had left whenever you guys had came back from meeting Arturo. Chim Chim was with Royal. Teleporting down to greet Phil. That was the last you saw him.
Well, guess I'm going to Vegas after this.
Why?
Gotta get my monkey.
What? Chim
Yeah,
Chim's
Chim
right.
Chim.
Chim Chim's right. And then that scene of... Fuck.
You
That's
lost
not-
my monkey?
I wouldn't say it's lost. He did purchase some land while we were there, though.
Oh, you think he might just decide to homestead?
Maybe.
Look, alright, well, I mean, let's get to a spot to celebrate. Let's call your other friend and let's have a party. This is big. You guys finished it, dude. The journey to the west. A lot shorter than mine.
I'll call him Audrey.
Call him. Answers. Where are you guys?
We just finished burying Phil. Sun Wukong is here. We're gonna have a party.
Okay. I thought we're not going to an actual city.
No.
Okay. Well, sounds good. Alright, cool. Geo, drop your location. I'll be there.
Yep. I'll drop a pin.
I do need
Hey,
to
love you, bye.
ask for clarification. There was some contention about the scepter. Did the scepter get buried with Phil?
I would
didn't
have liked
want
it
it to.
to.
I didn't want it to.
Discuss amongst yourselves how hard you fight.
Let the dice decide.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'll invoke a path.
This is going to be just high number wins.
I was
Oh,
gonna do
okay.
just odds even.
Oh, we're going to call this high number wins.
Okay.
There's a single D10.
Okay. I got a 9.
I got a 6.
Scepter, after continuously kind of arguing with Charles Gregor, you eventually just kind of like, fine, fuck it. When he gets revived and is powerful again, you have to deal with it. Yeah, the scepter is buried with Charles. You guys have the book and the disc. So you are rejoined by Majin.
Cool.
A party ensues. Charles,
Excellent.
your father tosses you a peach.
I'll try and catch it with my mouth.
And catch it with your mouth. Teeth pierce the skin, the sweet juices begin to flow. Familiar taste, the sweetest, most delicious peach.
Are we in the woods? Are we like at like a gas station or something?
Probably
Right.
the same setup as that one time that we were stuck outside of Arizona.
Right on. In a parking
Small
lot.
town.
Gas station parking lot. Why do you ask, Charles?
I'm gonna keep an eye on the bathroom and eat the peach.
You guys drink and make merry. Charles, that feeling never comes.
Yes.
Gregor, there is a looming sense of dread. The entire time you drink and enjoy time with Sun Wukong and Charles and Majin. As if work isn't done.
Yeah.
So as the sort of gas station parking lot party occurs, we see Charles taking shots with his father, kind of arm wrestling every once in a while. Gregor, you kind of get pulled into it. They're just like, come here! You have to figure out who's stronger.
I already know I'm weaker, though.
Put your damn arm on the table.
I will, and I will try to fight, and I will even cheat, and I will still fail.
Excellent. As we close on this scene, this is where we'll end this session of Scion Godsend. Next week, we will be over on Occultist Anonymous. Our time will be cut a little bit shorter. We're cutting off an hour to give some people other space as well. So we'll be going from 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time to 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Or otherwise 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. But that is where we'll continue our story during Onyx Path Con over on Occultist Anonymous, figuring out what unfinished business is left, as our heroes have completed the journey to the west. Barely crossing the border into California, bearing a body, calling it a day. I'd say that's a milestone, story milestone indeed. Short-term deeds.
Still, Phil.
Don't let Phil die.
Unfortunate. Fantastic. So Gregor, that's for you. You guys did a story milestone. I'll get in touch with Royal. Not that it's going to matter really for Charles, because Charles didn't complete his short term, but yeah. Right on, guys. Congrats on your completion of the journey to the west. We'll see what lies in store next week. Oh, Royal's gone. It's just me again. Anything to plug? Anybody? Oh! Hold on a second. I demand you plug things, Charles.
Okay.
You plug your art right now.
What? I told you had to be the one to show it.
I'm gonna, but you gotta tell
Art?
people where you are.
I'm Andrew Giuriotto. You can find me on Twitter at Giuriotto_art. And I drew a little picture of Charles, Gregor, and Majin.
Look how fucking cool this is! It's on everyone's screens on Twitch right now. It's over in the Discord, as you guys can see. Charles, you worked on it. Gregor, you saw it. But it's so fun. I keep looking at it. I keep pulling it up and just staring at it. It's so dope. You look at that. Look at how awesome that is. I'm so stoked. That's going to be our title card, guys. Fantastic. Look how good that is. You can find Giuriotto over at Giuriotto_art, so they know exactly where to find you, my friend. Hype. Look at how fucking cool that is. What's your favorite part of this? What was your favorite part of drawing this?
My favorite part was probably setting the lighting of the motorcycle with Charles' tail. The part that I hated the most was drawing the fucking motorcycle.
Fantastic. This looks so dope, dude. Gregor looks like a fucking badass. Charles looks so wholesome, dude. Majin looks like he's just so relaxed, just so at home on the bike. I love every bit of this. Gregor looks like a fucking badass, dude. He never looked so fresh in his life. That's fantastic. Yeah, I should probably take it off screen so you can see. All right, look at it. Just one last look at it. Look how fucking cool that is. It looks so dope. I'm hyped. Thank you so much. And of course, we pay our friends for their work, so we'll discuss price and all that good stuff. But
Pay your artist.
Pay your artists. Doesn't matter.
Exposure is a payment.
Especially support your friends if they do work for you. Just because they're friends doesn't mean they're not entitled to compensation and all that.
Yeah.
Little PS.
If they're really your friend, you wouldn't ask them to do work pro bono anyways.
Correct. Gregor, anything?
I don't exist.
Well, you exist in that fucking sick ass portrait now. Awesome. I, of course, have been your story guide, Ramos the Nomad. You can find me everywhere. That's TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, at Ramos the Nomad. That's all.
Does that mean the portrait's
things.
going to start aging now for me?
Oh, no. That'd be fun. But, yeah, and of course, we have been the Rolling Nomads. You can find us over on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Rolling Nomads, where we stream Vampire, picking up after Onyx Path Con. Not this upcoming Friday, but next Friday. Picking up Book of Saints again. And you can find us 2 hours from now over on our Twitch channel, streaming The Kindred Come, our original OG Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, where we may just be seeing the death of a notorious antagonist. Yeah, it'll be neat.
Man refuses to die.
You guys can find all these episodes uploaded every Thursday. Scion Godsend gets uploaded every Thursday on our YouTube channel over on youtube.com/Rolling Nomads. You can follow us on Twitter, where we'll update you on our schedule, the things we're up to. It's the best way to keep up to date with us over on Twitter @_Rolling Nomads. Our overlay is still broken. I'm bad at this. It's been a very busy week trying to get everything sorted for Onyx.com. Like I said, I signed up for far too many things. But join us all over Onyx Path Con. Join me all over Onyx Path Con. And Gregor's player has signed up for a bunch of things as well. So you'll see him all over Onyx Path Con as well. Charles will be joining me for a Scion on Friday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where he'll be playing a familiar face, but not quite. Ever wonder what happened to not Charles? Well, we may just have to find out. But yeah, Onyx Path Con's coming up, and we're super stoked for it. You can find us next week, Scion Godsend, over on Occultist Anonymous. So, with that being said, we'll see you next week. Same time, different place, same Scions.